The whole world I wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
Morning, nice and decent people. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
From me to you, from the great state of Washington, in these United States, I say good morning. It's Super Sunday, y'all. It's Super Bowl Sunday in these United States. It's our Seattle Seahawks versus them New England Patriots. For all the Marbies, for all the marbles, the Vince Lombardi Trophy. For those who don't know what it's called the Vince Lombardi Trophy. The NFL champion will be crowned today. But that's not why I called it Super Sunday. I called it Super Sunday because Arsenal fans are very invested. We're vested in today's results. Well, today's result. Couldn't care less about Brighton and Palace. That's their derby. Fine, fair play. But we have vested interest in what goes on at Anfield. It is a super game that could give us a super chance at winning this Premier League. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited for two reasons. I'm excited because Arsenal Football Club gave us 3 goals, 3 points, and a clean sheet yesterday to get in today. And I'm excited because I survived Tony Claude. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and say that one more time. I was able to survive Tony Claude on yesterday's show. My God, listen, that Tony Claude brother, he is something else. He is a cold piece of work. You know that? If I'm going to stream with Tony, I can't book any other streams for the rest of the day. Surviving Tony Claude was that. That's what that was. That brother. From now on, if I'm going to book Tony, or Tony, me and Tony are doing a show, it's the only show I'm going to do that day. The good thing is if I'm featuring Tony on the channel, it's usually on the back of an Arsenal win. Because had we not won yesterday, his ass wouldn't have showed up. He would have been busy, would have been doing something. Because all that chest and all that giddiness, the happy pills that he took yesterday, he couldn't follow that. That couldn't be followed up after a loss. He couldn't. So at least the silver lining in knowing that I'm having Tony Claude on the show is usually on the back of an Arsenal win. Because he can't do that shit if we lose. But big him up. But I survived. I survived Tony. So that's something to give thanks for. Now, listen, people, let's take a step away from Tony Claude for yesterday and then look at yesterday's fixtures. And I'm scratching my head like, damn, what is going on in this Premier League? You know what? Before we get into the Arsenal game, that we can take a shot at. I've never taken any joy out of seeing Manchester United win. But I've also never not taken joy out of seeing Tottenham lose. So seeing Tottenham get packed in, I needed someone to be mudded yesterday, right? And it just happens to be Tottenham. Who knew? Cool. But I hate when that fixture ends in a draw. Like the 2-2 draw way back when. I like when one of them gets mudded. You know what I mean? Because if Tottenham lose, great day if you're an Arsenal fan. United lose, another great. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate that. But I'm starting to think that damn Thomas Frank was holding Brentford back. That is what I'm looking at. One of the takeaways from match week 25, the Saturday games, and the season in general, you look back at it holistically. I'm looking at it like, you know what? Yeah, that damn Thomas Frank, he was holding Brentford back. Yep. He brought his fuckery over to Tottenham, and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Because if you are Brentford and you had two 20-goal a season scorers in the team at once, before that you had Ivan Toney, you had Boss Norgard, and you had Thomas Frank. And Brentford are right where they are right now. They were thereabouts. And then all those people leave. And Brentford is still right there. I feel like such a dummy picking that man to be relegated. But they lose all those players and they surge. And then Mr. Frank takes his genius to Tottenham and he's sinking them. And I love it. But maybe he was a fraud. And he was holding Brentford back. Because Brentford are 8 places above Tottenham right now on the table. It's mad. You know? Big up to the legends in the house already. Big up to man like Kwaja, Mateo. What you telling me? You good, yeah? The assembled legend that he is. Big up. Yeah, man. I'm fully invested in it. Fully. 3-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I'm gonna run back over my predictions in a minute because I don't think I got quite a few of them wrong yesterday. Man, like BBK, I've never noticed the facial chin hair. Really? I had a whole goatee, man. I just shaved off the goatee because I might be joining the beard gang. Might be joining the beard gang, because I'm officially retired now. Matter of fact, the other day when I had to leave the stream, I told you I had to go get my awards and my gifts. Actually, my damn why I couldn't stream. I'm done. And this is what I had to go get. Little segue. That is the Meritorious Service Medal. And that's my retirement award. And it says a whole bunch of nice shit right there. All of it is probably lies any damn way. And then they also gave me my retirement certificate. Oh, shit. You can tilt that. Certificate of retirement. I'm officially out the game, y'all. And then the most lovely gift of all, they gave me a wooded coated rifle. With some encryption on it that says some other nice stuff. It was cool, And I put that there and I haven't moved it since. And yeah, they gave me a coin with my Eagle Rising logo. That's what's always on the hoodie that I stream in, one of them ones. Yeah, so I got a whole bag full of stuff. There's more shit on the wall over there that I can't even show, but that's what I had to get. I had to end the stream earlier the other day and leave you nice and decent people. Because I could be here all day with y'all, especially a day like today. Could turn into one of those impromptu watch-alongs that I don't really do. Big up to Wahaha, man. Mr. 3-point collector. Mr. United are back, I think Sheldon and I think it might have been even Joins, who's been praising United and how they've been playing. That they see the improvements, they see this, they see that, and it's calm, But United look good. And the big test next week is West Ham to see if that Danny can cut his hair. Wouldn't it be funny if United beat everybody? Beat everybody. You know what I mean? Like Carefree Lewis. And then go lose to West Ham or draw to West Ham. I'm here for it. Tony Claude. His name is. You know what? Wahaha was putting digs in the chat. I saw a comment Wahaha said, I'm putting the stream on mute. I was like, oh, God. I can't be losing the audience, but I can't get a word in. I swore I turned his mic down a bit, and I still couldn't get a word out. But listen, when Tony is giddy, he is giddy, But I survived. Tony the Claude, man. But big up to Social Joins, my G. Odegaard not starting and we're winning again. Imagine that. Uncomfortable conversations. Speaking of which, shameless plug for the homie, Shane Gooner. I know he's got Shane and Rashid alternate who hosts the Uncomfortable Conversation. So I don't know whose channel it's on coming up, but I know there is one. Shane and Rashid Uncomfortable Conversations. That's part of the uncomfortable conversations. And a lot of fuel has been added to that fire. And I don't believe that he's injured. And that's starting to spread. People just believe he's been taken out the firing line and he's being injured. He's saying he's injured to protect him. I don't believe that him and Arteta has fallen out. I don't believe that. I just think Arteta loves his only begotten son. Or not, well, Kai's his other son, but we'll talk on that in a second. He loves his son, that he's protecting him. He's taking him out the firing line. You know, one of dad's main jobs, is to provide and protect. He's protecting him right now. That guy yesterday was a madman. The way you find that, that's Tony. That's Tony Claude Gunner. He is Tony. That's but Tony is let me say this about Tony. He's such a good guy, right? Love him. But his footballing takes, and Tony will sound like me on a stream, on an Arteta bashing session. He will sound like that. Bash, 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 bash. But then we win a game 1-0 and he'll flip. He is so easily turned. Like his giddy switch is too easily activated, if you ask me. How he can go from one extreme to the next off a 1-0 win, a 2-0 win, or a 2-game win streak. Because I tried to get a word in yesterday, and I said, Tony, what is this form you're talking about? We have 2 wins in a row. That's our form. We got draw, a loss, and a win. Like, what's our? Let me look at our form. Yeah, our form: draw, loss, United, win. That's not riveted form. And I'm like, man, United are in the best form in the table. They got 4 wins on the bounce. But 2 wins was enough for him to go from sounding like me to what you saw yesterday. That's Tony. Pick up the James Bond. As I respect my G. Whoop, say you're good, yeah? Blessed love to Darren. J Lux is in the house. Man, Spurs getting relegated. They're down there in the fight. I don't think they're going to get relegated, but justice for Nuno. Justice for Nuno if he leapfrogs Forest and then keeps West Ham afloat at the expense of Nottingham Forest is a better story for the Premier League. You know what I mean? I think so. Andg's looking like a genius now. They sacked him for winning a trophy. Yeah, the assembled. It's mad because they're going to finish there or thereabouts now. Where did they finish last year? 16th or some shit? They're going to finish there or thereabouts. They're not going to make some massive improvements, a massive leap. And their fixture, I don't see them man getting their next win until Wolves. You know, they got some tough fixtures coming up, to say the least, to include us at the toilet bowl. And that's a must. We got Brentford that Thursday, but next weekend, this time, we're talking NLD type stuff. Pick up to Binks. What you telling us, Binks? You good, yeah? Blessed love and a grateful afternoon to you, my dear. BBK, the best player in 20 years. Zubimendi, big you up. Aguna Matata is a big fan of Zubi. Like, I think Zubi is still adjusting to the Premier League. I'll say that. Zubi gets praised. Zubi gets glazed. Zubi gets some criticism. He gets his fair share of criticism. What I will say about Zubi is that I'm not ready to throw him out yet when he has poor performances, getting picked at Tottenham, getting that back pass for United. I still, like, brother, every 3 points you cost us there, Like, he essentially passed them the W. He passed them 3 points and the momentum. But I think, just like last year, I said Calafiori, I'm going to give him a year to adjust to the Premier League. I'm going to do the same for Zubimendi. I'm going to keep the same energy. And when Zubimendi is on the pitch, I like what he tries to do at times. I like his intent. Sometimes the execution is just poor, but the intent is always there with him. That I can appreciate. That means you can read the game. That means you can see the game well. I think I got the same energy for Tonali. I think Tonali sees the game well, reads the game well. Sometimes the execution is poor. And the Sheldon is telling everyone, don't forget, people, on 22 March, we're out here. We're outside. We're at Wembley. We out there. Yes, I like the energy around the fan base. Consistently get the finals, energy would be different. We're getting different energy right now, but then there's different energy, and then there's Tony Claude. Because you notice that all the energy that Tony gave yesterday, very little of it was on the League Cup, and that's why I'm gassed, because this is one of the trophies that I picked us to win at the beginning. Didn't pick us to win the league. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some, damn Nostradamus and I was backing the team from the beginning and all them fucker there. No. I thought Liverpool would win it based on the transfer window that they had. My predictions have been stingy. I did predict Forest to beat Leeds. I got that one right. This one horribly wrong. I was thinking Tottenham was going to beat United somehow. 3-0, but I predicted 2 for us versus Sunderland. Did predict the draw here because these Villa bunch, I'm not fucking about. But BBK, what about Villa? Man, fuck Villa. I never thought they were that good. The Unai Emery tax is a thing. There's Arteta tax. There's Unai Emery tax. There's a lot of discourse between who's the better manager, blah, blah, blah. Man, fuck all that. We went from one crazy Spaniard to another one. One is just really good in cup competitions. But the Premier League, last time I checked, isn't a cup competition. Is a 38-game grind. And Unai Emery, over the course of 38 games, will step on his own dick. You know what I'm saying? Hit you with the if Arsenal Football Club in the title running at home lost to a team who went down to 10 men and is still 0-0, and you concede to a team that was 10 men, you would hear about it. It would lead Sky Sports News. It would. That shit didn't even leave Aston Villa. It didn't. Not the same thing. Big fish, small pond. That's where he belongs. Unintended dig there. Now, Burnley West Ham, I got that horribly wrong. I thought that would draw. I got Chelsea. I had Chelsea winning 6-0. Cole Palmer hat trick, 3-0. Cole Palmer got over his Emirates flu quickly, didn't he? Game before versus West Ham, man starts, plays a full 90. Arsenal coming up. Oh shit, I can't start. Game right after Arsenal, I start and score a hat trick, and all is good again. Now the next game, he'll be okay. He'll be all right. But the Emirates flu is coming back up because we got them in a couple weeks. He'll be sick again. Brighton Palace, I had Brighton winning that 1-2-1, and it looks like it's still a 0-0 there. Newcastle let me down. They let down the Geordie Dread. The disrespect that I'm putting on Brentford needs to be investigated, but I'm going to have to start giving Brentford their flowers, Here we at. I'm going to get caught up on the chat, people. Big up to Aguna Matata. Big up to Mateo. I said, join the beard gang. I keep a beard. Hey. See, this is going to be a beard. What you have, Mateo, is called a womb broom. You're growing a womb broom because you're young. There's got to be some gray in it for you to call it a man beard, like that. Big up Mateo, man. Yeah, big up J Lux. Yeah, man. It's done. A lot of years, a lot of grinds. Big up social, man. Hey, man. Big up to Mateo. Appreciate you. Thank you, Binks. Yep. Love. Big up to Guna SC. Can't wait to go to Wembley. We out there, man. We out there. It should be Wembley seats 90,000. They're gonna give 10 to 15,000 a corporate, blah blah blah. It should be 60,000 Arsenal fans in there. It should be a home game. Our second home. It should be a home game for us, and we should blame them, man. FTK slaps. Really? Hey. I'm here for it. Yeah, man. The man, them outside, man. The whole community is gonna link up. I know I'm gonna link up with Aaron and Uncle's Views and a couple of the other men that don't do content that I fuck with in London still. 'Cause I haven't been to London since 2022, and I used to go every year. I used to frequent the space, but it's been a minute, so I'm due for a trip. I'm due for a trip, but I really want to go to Budapest or go back to Budapest, if you know what I'm saying. My drift in that way. Man United stinker against West Ham. Let's go. We're here for it. We're here for it. Wahaha. You know what I mean? This is not careful. This would be criminal. Absolute criminal spacer. So I looked at the Opta computer odds again. Yeah, I'm peeping at the odds now. This 0% chance of happening. Brentford has a 0.001 chance. Brentford has a higher chance of winning the Premier League than Man United. And it's saying we have a 90% chance of winning the Prem and a 5% chance, of winning the quad. When I heard that yesterday, excuse me, I was like, oh shit, someone check on boy 10. Sky Sports is putting quad energy in the air and putting numbers to it. When you start putting, oh shit, Spat is up 1-0. Glassing attacks. That's our, yeah. When you start putting numbers to things, yeah, you make it, practical. You put numbers to it. It starts to feel real and sound real. Don't let boy 10 get his remote. Don't let him hear anything coming from Sky Sports. I could barely hear you yesterday. It was fun. So the thing is that whenever Tony is the only guest that when he comes on, I have to adjust my mic settings. Yeah, on the soundboard right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, when I'm on by myself, I got the echo reducer on in case my wife want to go turn on the damn vacuum or some shit. Because for some reason the house is clean until I start to stream. Yeah, as soon as I start to stream, the carpet needs to, you know what I mean? So I turn the noise reducer on. When Tony comes on, I have to fuck with the settings, right? Because for one, sometimes I don't think he hears me when I'm trying to land a point or I'm trying to interject. Brother just goes and Energizer Bunny, But what I failed to do yesterday was to do a sound check backstage. I just went straight into the live. Big up to Declan. What a name, Big up, man. Declan, big you up. Set piece extraordinaire. Our captain, the unofficial official captain of Arsenal Football Club. Big up to the chat. Hey, we get the like count up as we go along, man. Big up the Istanbul. Big up, big up. Said more like his boyfriend. You're talking about the Odegaard Arteta thing, yeah? Protected his boy. No injury for sure. It's stinky binks. It's a convenient niggle, isn't it? He's out of form. We're in the semifinal. You're caught between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? Because you know that the pressure is on to win, and you had a difficult decision to make. Now I'm gonna give him credit for it because he didn't have to do it. He could have doubled down and tried to get or tripled down or more than quadruple down because we already know that the writing's been on the wall for time. Right? His last good season for us was 3 years ago. You can't be captain when your last good season was 3 years ago. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So he did make that decision. So we give him a little bit of credit for that. And we move. We don't need him, says Deckers. His first begotten son, give me 30 pieces of silver and see what I do to him. Better. We know our football club, you know what I mean? And this is why I listen to the Man City fans when they're telling me, yeah, BBK, if it goes +9 or a 4-game swing, so 9 plus a superior goal difference. Our goal difference is superior right now, but I don't think it's insurmountable. Yeah? Our goal difference on City right now is 6. They can make that up in one game. If City can hold leads at home, they can hold Fulham and someone that's slapping for 6. It can't happen. A comfortable goal difference is double digits for me. So if it gets to a 4-game swing, the Man City fans, them man are saying, we'll concede. They know the pulse of their football team. We know the pulse of Arsenal Football Club. We may not know tactics and you at UEFA levels and X's and O's and all them fuck with that, but we knew that he was the weak link. Ooh, Matoma should have scored there. What's that, Matoma? One-on-one with the keeper. I hate to see a professional footballer miss one-on-one with the keeper, you know. But the pulse of the football club, we knew it. We felt it. The balance was off. Arteta needs to motivate this team to do City, so our kids see the scenes. Can't wait. Think, once those guys cross their white line, if we get to Wembley, right? We know he can't start Odegaard. You didn't start him in the semi. You can't start him in the fucking final. Can't do that, Arteta. Do not tinker with this. If he picks the right lineup and let the boys go on the pitch, then it's on the players. Yeah. Pick the right lineup and go sit down. We know he won't do that, but once those boys cross the white line, they know that it's up to them to win it. And I hope they motivate themselves or they're self-motivated to lift this damn trophy. Scenes. I think he got even better than Havertz and he's pissed. How dare he? How dare he? Yeah. That's definitely worth a falling out. Nobody needs Odegaard. He should find another pastime like synchronized swimming. Yep. Or go model. You know what I mean? That way you get to do all the hair flicks you want, my friend. Did Uncle View send people over here? Numbers shot up wicked there for a minute. No, is Uncle View still alive? My bros. I think Uncle View is still alive, Smash up the like, says the doctor. Pick him up. You know what, Joe? Listen, Mateo, I hear this. Yes, let's burn Bayern. I heard they wanted Martinelli for top dollar. We're selling you the Arsenal captain. We're selling you the Norwegian captain. Is he the captain for Norway? Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. And we'll put a compilation together from 2022-2023 season and 2 passes from this season versus Olympiacos. I think that was his good game in the Champions League, yeah? And then, take the Jesus pass against Leeds, that one, and just put a compilation again and say, this is what you're getting, And then they say, why you're selling them if you're so good? Then it's crickets. If they do, I feel the bird standing on marble. Oh Lord, here we go. We got Tay reacts. Yo, what you saying about Arteta? Admit you've been capping to your audience. You know what I'm saying? Tay thinks we've been capping about winless Arteta for 6 years, Tell me what I've been lying about, Tay. I'm here for I want to hear what I've been lying about. Because unless Tay is a silent listener who's been watching for time, this is the first time I'm seeing Tay's name. So if Tay's been watching for 25 minutes and said I've been capping to the audience, what have I been capping about, Tay? That we're 6 years trophyless, that he makes 15.6 million a year and can't break down the low block, that he's scared and timid, that he cost us points at Anfield, cost us points at home versus City, that he cost us points at the Stadium of Light. I don't know which one of those is the cap. I don't know, man. Let me know. Call me out, brother. I'm here for it. I can answer for anything that I say. Anything. So, you know what I mean? That's what Terry said. Yeah. Oh, Flewis. Closet Arsenal fan, Yeah, man. Ever since that she knows Arsenal let him dip in the coffee, that boy ain't been the same since. You should tell him to blink if he needs help. Zubi is okay. I think he needs to be in the 8. Does crash the box better. Can't finish. The thing is, Deckers will slap one. Like the more you look at that goal that Declan missed yesterday, you're like, shit, man, that could have really opened up the floodgates. It wasn't as far away as we thought initially. That shit was about 3 inches wide. Game of inches, Top of the Prem in February means nothing. Top of UCL again means nothing because we're in the knockout rounds now. And in the final means something. We bigged them up for that. Big them up for that, Tay. We're in the final. You see how the energy in the chat's different. You see how the energy in the entire fan base is different. And this is how I know you haven't been watching. Because if you've been watching for time, you would know that me, above all others, been saying if the club was consistently getting to finals, the energy would be different. So what are we on? You know, this this might be Tony Claude burner account. I hated one minute, play him the next 10. It's mad. The first thing I see is Zubi being called the best player in 20 years. LFC Monster, what we talking about? The best player, 50 people locked in. What are we talking about, people? Big up to Uncle Views, my brother. Appreciate the raid. Love, my bro. Every time. You know what it is. Exactly. No faith, no chess, blind faith, Hey? You have enough chess and enough faith for all of us. So we'll vibe with you. You know what I mean? Big up the Red Skull. If Liverpool doesn't win today, Slide should be sacked. If Liverpool don't win today, Red Skull, they could be behind Brentford. They're tied on points with Brentford right now. Matter of fact, we'll say it. If Liverpool lose today, they will fall below Brentford in the table. That's a fuckery. That would be crazy, right? Because imagine what we talked about this in the beginning of the season when the Liverpool collapse began, or after the 6 or 7 game. That's how long it's been since Liverpool jumped off the rails. They were 5 for 5, right? And that's what they were. 5 for 5. You just mad? Stop. We're like, brother, wait, the way the games are finishing late, blah blah blah, penalty at Burnley and that. Set piece kings. They were calling us. You beat us off a set piece, beat Burnley off a set piece. Cool. But you see how quick it went off the rails. You can't. They're like, how do you spend 500 million and get worse? Liverpool fans did not sign up to win the Premier League, break the transfer window twice to be behind Brentford. The Brentford, who's being managed by a set piece coach. That's what I'm saying. I led this stream, but I think Thomas Frank was holding Brentford back because Keith Andrews is a shout for manager of the year. Now, if Arteta wins the Premier League, manager of the year, hands down, 100%. But let's just say Pep leapfrogs us and win it. And there's voter fatigue. And it's not like City overperformed. Because they're always expectation for City to win the league. They have the greatest manager, right? But this Brentford guy, brother, they have a deep cup run in the FA Cup. I could hear it. Welcome to Crack Rock, Jamaica. Big up, man. Big up. Don't be a top gooner now, says Ryan. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is Tony Claude, y'all. The T and Tay might be T for Tony. It must be. Because I don't think anyone over here has ever capped on Arteta. We tell the uncomfortable truth. We don't think he's all that and a bag of chips. And his record shows that he is not. The blind faith that some of you all put in him, we just don't understand it, Tay. We're saying, let him win something before we give him all this credit and all this protection that you men are. Let's put the trophies first. You said, I support my team and manager. Call me what you want. I ride it out for Arsenal. So you can support Arsenal without riding for the manager. Because I'm sure you were supporting Arsenal before 2020 or 2019. So you loved Arsenal before Mikel became a paid employee for the second time of Arsenal. And you will continue to support Arsenal when he goes. I supported Wenger the whole time he was at the club. But I think he made some colossal decisions that cost us years, that set us back years with some fuck-ups. But, you can support the team. The manager is a part of the team. When you say I support the team and manager, it's telling that you would word it like that because the manager is a part of the damn team. So there's no distinction there. For Una. but right, now I'm gonna be honest, completely honest. On this side of the fence, where the base gooners or the so-called negative blah blah blah, most of the guys think that Matt Edith Southern Gooner, Waffle Don, quite a few of the men them are still worried about Villa. I'm like, nah, brother, nope, nope. The PTSD that I have strictly Man City only, Man City, Man City only. Yeah, it works for him. Man, what he's on 500K subs now. He is hell bent on becoming the biggest fan channel. So he knows you make Arsenal clickbait, it will sell all season. Not when we're top by 9 points like the rest of you plastics, he said. Plastics. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is how different the energy is. Because when we lose, when we lost the Villa and the lead at the top had disappeared, it had vanished, it went poof. I didn't go over Shane Guna. No one's went on a top Guna hunt to say, what are y'all saying now that the leads disappeared? We're no longer top, we're not this, we're not that. But the minute we hit a little bit of form, this happens. This happens. But it's okay, bro. It's okay. We all support the team. We just don't suck off the manager. That's all. King Tet Super Mick. We got Super Mick Arteta. Big up, man. Big up the Sheldon himself. I think he is. I really think he is, man. Man makes more Arsenal and United are good right now, right? United are 4 in the bounce. There's no shortage of United content, but everything out of his mouth, Arsenal. Because it's a shame for a Premier League champion to lose this shit team. Yeah, man is yelling, You know what? Tay reminds me of this guy named Aaron London over by the catch up. The minute Aaron London sees me on the show, on the panel, man just goes full blown, all caps. Matter of fact, this might be Aaron London. If this is not Aaron London, it's Tony. So Tay will subscribe just to say X, Y, Z, because I think I am in subscriber mode. And at the end of the show, he'll unsubscribe. And I look at the numbers and I'll see. I'll be like, yeah, he'll come back again. Because we're 9 points clear, but we're not glazing. We're 9 points clear, right? We're supposed to just say, hey, give us the Premier League now and don't play the rest of the games. That's the energy. I'm not saying you're a top Guna, Tay, but you're putting out top Guna energy. And the chat. One thing this chat room can suss out better than any is top Guna energy. That's why yesterday was a difficult watch. Because I'm not calling Tony Claude a top Guna, but he was exhibiting top Guna energy. Big up to Rich 99. My brother. I see you, man. Appreciate you being on the Booze Banana the other day. Good to share a screen with you. Again, big up to Jacques Cousteau. Big you up, man, as I respect. Guna Matata. As good as we stand good to see rivals crying, and be honest, United doing better, looks better than the old days. They do look good. They do look good. They're bopping it around. They're scoring screamers. They're scoring from set pieces. Tottenham, man, I swear, like the way Mbumo passed the ball into the far corner like it was some training exercise, man, that wasn't even a shot, like when the coach puts a net somewhere that you have to hit, and man just casually and calmly passed the ball in the corner, and Vicario, like, my God, listen, it couldn't be happening to a better set of fans, if I'm being honest, but man, they weren't up for it. The same way that man weren't up for it in the first half against City. They were ready to lose that game. It was just a matter of damage control in the second half. And then they got carried away, and the damage control turned into them getting the point back. But they wanted to lose that game. 100% wanted to throw that. I back my team, and there are reasons why people are skeptical. 6 years, no need to be arrogant and weird. They can't help themselves, man. Cannot. Where we at? It's enough fake Arsenal fans been capping all season. Again, if you can tell me one lie that we told on Miguel, I'll concede. But no, not one person in this chat has ever lied. Time, time doesn't change the facts. The fact that we're on top of the Premier League table, like you said, like we don't have eyes. We can see the table. We're nowhere top. We've been top since September, October. We know where we're top. I'm saying that doesn't mean anything right now. So why are we trying to flex being top in February like we haven't been here before? You know what I mean? We've been here before, my friend. Shella said, "Hey, BB, this is my best beard look ever because I'm inside nursing my injury. All right. Beard gang, baby. Joining the beard gang." I don't like the look. I'll just shave that shit off. I'm skeptical too, but I'm not dissing off my team and manager every week. I will never rate that. Dissing my team and manager. So when we talk about Saliba and Gabriel being the best center backs, when we talk about, I'm not taking any right back in the world over Timber because my guy. That's a diss, When I say Declan Rice is the best dead ball kicker, best set piece taker, and all, dissing the team. That it is. We just don't give out unnecessary glaze. That's it. And until Arteta wins something, my bro, he's just, if he leaves the club right now, if he resigned right now with us being 9 points clear, top of the Champions League, top of that, his tenure would have been a failure. It would have been. Because he never won the Premier League, never won the champs. Not even the Europa that he had 3 cracks at. These aren't lies. These are the facts of the situation. If he resigned today, his time would be deemed a failure. And anyone who says otherwise have no standards. So, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, he deserves all the diss that he gets because he is warranted. He's paid like a top manager, but delivers nothing. You know what I mean? It's mad. Say, I promise you, Ryan or anyone over here is around. I promise you. We do this daily, Magic. I'm still shocked that sentence got written out. Goldbridge loves clickbait, so never listen to him. Got the whole Arsenal fan base behind us. Yeah, the thing is, we won't throw on the Liverpool kit and hold hands and sing "You Never Walk Alone," but we don't expect you to lose today. Matter of fact, let's not even word it that way. Today, February 8th, 2026, I do not expect Liverpool Football Club to fall behind Brentford in the table. We'll say it like that. Yeah. And for you not to fall behind Brentford in the table today, you need to either draw or win the fucking game. Because if you lose, you are behind Brentford. Brother, if you lose, Everton is 2 points away from you. Everton, and you have to go to them. You have to go to Phil Dickinson in a month's time or so. Yeah? So just don't. Just do not lose today. And it's calm. I am not hearing that fake fan energy madness, Tate. Tate is a top gooner. Don't take him seriously, says Mateo. Now, I don't know him. I don't know if he is a top gooner. I'm saying he is putting out top gooner energy. If anyone who logged on yesterday who did not know Tony Claude for nothing, and they watched that stream, they would have looked like, hey, this Tony Claude guy is a top gooner. Oh, nah. I can vouch for Tony. Not a top gooner, but yesterday's stream, the top gooner energy was oozing. Guna Matassa. Any Arsenal fans who got no plans for work to be? Oh, okay. And on the 20s, yeah, man, we out there. We out here. Why would anyone be bothered by what you think? It's all opinion at the end of the season. Everyone corrects themselves, yeah. But yeah, some will tell it. Sky Sports starting agendas is diabolical. They do, because you notice after Man City won their second leg beating Newcastle. They interviewed Pep. They interviewed Tijani Reinders, and they interviewed another City player. You know, none of the questions was about the actual game they just played, and none of the questions was about Newcastle. All the questions was Arsenal. I'm listening. They're asking Pep, this will mean more to Arsenal if they win it because they haven't won it. He won it 4 times. They're trying to plant a seed. They're reaching for a story. You know, you see the Liam Russignor thing with the getting your own half. They ran that story for. They're trying to keep it alive, trying to start up drama. Hey, we're trying to get in this half. Stay in your own half. Well, that's a story. That's contra. Like TV is dying. You know, part of it is TV is dying due to fan media and podcasts and shit. So, you know, they do their best to turn something into nothing, or nothing into something rather. I'm in the trophies after 1.2 billion plus. You know, once you start putting numbers to it, you start making things practical, it becomes tricky. All of a sudden, it's not this. All of a sudden, it's accountability. Big up to Brian. Manners and respect, Brian. Palmer became the first player to score a hat-trick in the first half of 3 games. If Patriots win, Titans board will realize they made a mistake in sacking Mike Vrabel. 100%. Mike Vrabel is one of those guys that was so respected as a player because he was a part of that first Patriot dynasty. It's worked out well for Mike Vrabel because I think if he had went straight to New England, he would have failed. The pressure to perform as a former player who's won in the coaching capacity would have been too much, I think. I think the Tennessee job, but no disrespect, he used that as a stepping stone. And I'm sure he learned a lot there because that Tennessee team was good in 22, 23, 23, 24. You know what I mean? So big up to Vrabel. I don't have any love for the Patriots, but what Mike Vrabel is doing is fantastic. And yeah, man, it's good to see Cole Palmer get over his Emirates flu. Big up, Brian, man. You are just cussing out your own fan base because they don't like the manager for no years of trophy. Oh, man, if he wins this year, it's all good. But calm down, yeah. Imagine he lose from this point, you know. And that's the thing, right? This is what's easy for the Tays of the world. That Tay can come here and do all this stuff today. Then Arteta shits the bed and we'll never hear from Tay again. I will be here doing the content. I will be here. But Tay can just not. Or change his name and come back and say, because should we lose, right? Imagine this. We fuck this up from here and win nothing. Guess what, y'all? Tay is going to be just as upset as we are. What he'll do is he'll just change his name on YouTube and say what we're saying right now. Arteta needs to go, but we won't know that he is Tay React. You know? It'll be fuck Arteta, get a new manager, all jammed together. And saying all the stuff that we're saying now. But we're the crazy ones, you know? Man. So... we spent 1.2 since September. Season ain't done. So we're just gonna pretend like the season started. We're just talking about this season. His fuck ups hasn't gone beyond 2023, 2022, 2021. You know, every season since the FA Cup's been an absolute failure. You know. Nah, no banning. We're not banning. Here's the thing. At the end of the season, he will ban himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll see Tay after today anyway. Man. They will unsubscribe and move on. Let's go. I swear, bro, Tony speak to BBK as if you were the ops. I led the stream shut down with saying I survived. Tony Claude. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't ban. We don't ban. We'll let him. We'll let him hang himself. You know what I mean? Big up to Rich, man. Finally got down to Rich. Rich said, "Big up BBK. Smash the likes. Get this guy to 2K one at a time, and we'll be one less. We'll be one subscriber less after the show is over because Tay will, Tay will do the typical Top Gooner thing. Pop in, pop out. Odegaard is the weakest captain in football. No disagreements there. Hey, you disagree? You disagree that Odegaard is the weakest captain, or you just gonna ignore your eyes and peddle what the club says? We don't miss anything, no leadership, none of his play. Sell him in the summer. Facts. Our best run of form, Rich, came while he was out of the team, and that's a part of the conversation that everyone fails. Not fail, they pretend like they don't know it. Like when I'm on the catch up, when I'm telling SD, when I'm telling Kate this, like our best run of form happened with him out of the team. Not saying he can't be useful going forward, but those are the facts of the situation. I am not making that up. You know, yeah, listen to Binks. I trust your judgment. You know, yeah, the facts of the situation that we haven't won anything in 6 years. You know, those are the facts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my God. That's nice. I'd also say on streams before again people are bashing the team and the manager saying we're going to lose, and we end up winning 3-4. People have PTSD, I guess, and I just don't understand. People pretend like the PTSD just comes from nowhere. Like it's real for a reason. They did this to us. You know, the abuser can't blame the abused. It's mad. It's just a mutant that found chest. Big up to brother Suge. The big up Tara in chat. Hit the like and subscribe. Do what Suge tells you to do, people. Our guy, top guy, man, like Suge. Yeah, and I think Shane is doing the watch along for that as well, or Ethan along. Or, I don't know. We're gonna keep tabs on Ethan to see how he plays for Marseille. Just the level of freedom that he's afforded to operate in that system. Palace still 1-0 up. But yeah, it's a good one. Big up, Rich, man. Hope you're good, mate. Which Chelsea scrub are you gonna buy next? I don't know who's out of form. Let me see. What Chelsea scrub we're gonna? Knowing Arsenal, it'll be Ben Chilwell, left back, because we need a left back. You know, left back. Chilwell, or he may like be someone out on loan. Maybe not even be someone in the current squad. You'd be like, damn, he's still a Chelsea player. But it's not going naturally. You just bought him. Who's that Chelsea that has shown a flash of brilliance or a flash of something? Who is not getting a lot of playing time? That's going to be the next club that we buy. Ashton Pong or some shit. Hey, my God, the mod God is here. Pick him up. Pick up to the mod God, man. AJ, what you telling me, man? Hope you're good. The Raiders, man, this is how far behind I am. The chat is lit today. Pick up to man like Gianni, my bro. Big you up. 59, because he is the mod God. We call him. We got the Raiders popping in. Tell your boys to put in a shift today and win the fucking game, man. Yeah. Do not LSC Monster. You cannot go into the week below Brentford FC. You know, you cannot. You have to win this game. A draw is a bad result to you. You know. A draw is a bad result. Not the end of the world, but a bad result. Need to win this game. If Liverpool lose today, the title race is still on. Yeah, it is. And then it's 6 points. 6. This is one of the things I'm trying to convey to Tony yesterday. Like Liverpool lose tomorrow, it's 6 points. Man City play before we do, right? Because we don't play till Thursday. They play Tuesday and Wednesday. So they win today. It's 6. They win before we play. It's 3. You see? Swing. Then all of a sudden, the 9-point thing that Tay was leading with doesn't mean as much. You know? Eduardo Hagen called Havertz an unreal footballer. But it's theory on behind Burkett and them. Some Arsenal followers are an embarrassment to our club. Yeah. And this is the thing. Yesterday when I saw the lineup, I'm like, here he goes again with this Kai thing in the midfield, Because I don't think in any world Kai is a better option in a creative space than Eze. Unfit Kai, by the way. Kai had a moment where he tried to bend one in the corner, and the assist, if you will, to Gyokeres. Fair play to him. But other than that, didn't offer much. Now did he? Now there is something, and I'm big up to Rich for that. There is something about Havertz being a goal scorer and a striker that he can appreciate in another goal scorer or a striker. For example, when I'm talking to another CW4, I'm talking to another chief, I'm talking to another soldier in general, or a lower enlisted or lower ranking soldier, I can speak to them a certain way. I have to speak to them a certain way because they don't have like the knowledge base that I would have being a senior leader. But when I'm talking to another senior leader, the conversation is different, right? So from striker to striker, senior leader to senior leader, there's a different connection. Kai knows, hey, give me a simple pass and I can finish. So he's giving Gyokeres a simple pass, ball to feet, and he's finishing. Imagine that. This is true. This is true, my friend. Can't be behind Brentford, man. So you must win today, LFC Monster. Keith Andrews used to be a set field coach. He's doing fantastic. Played for Blackburn in his playing career. I think Thomas Frank was holding them back. The jury is in. The jury's not out. They have found a verdict. And Thomas Frank, fraud. Yep. They voted for him. Big up to Yomi. Big you up. Hope you are good. Quaja say combined 11. Allison, Nunes, Gahey, Van Dyke, O'Reilly. Sabuzlai, Gravenberg, Fitz, Semenyo, Cherky, Holland. All Liverpool midfield, I think Wirtz's late form has been good, but if you look at Nico Gonzalez's form in the first 15 games, he was levels above Wirtz. Levels. So honorary shout to him. But yeah, I'm not overly upset at that. That's not bad, Kwaja. Fully expecting a win. Will be pissed if you lose. Yeah, bro. Well, luckily we got midweek games, so you'll get cooked for a day and then we'll move on to the next fixtures. You know what I mean? Unless lift the trophy being top in February is good for nothing to celebrate. Now tell him, Brian, because this is the thing. When we tell him, we're toxic. So maybe he'll hear it from a rival or someone who's seen his club lift trophies in recent times. Because we can't talk to these men. They just think we're just toxic and negative. So, that's why I can appreciate, outside looking in. Champion of the world telling you that being top means nothing. Big up to AJ, man. Carrick exposing Arteta, Haram Teta ball. But we are top of the league, guys. Yeah, United look good. They do look good. And this is one of the reasons, why you see how the United fans are vindicated now for Amarim's fuck up. Because it's the same players, but a system change. But so you had a guy that was coming to your press conference every day talking about, it's not the system. I will not change. I will not change. Change the damn manager. And by default, you change the system. Lo and behold, they came to the Emirates and won. They're winning. And if it wasn't for those points that Amarim fucked off, Man United would be right up there. They had 3 points off Villa. The Villa are meant to be in a title race, yeah? So the United faithful have been vindicated. Were they toxic and negative about their manager? Stop slandering Emery. If we had the time and money, he won many trophies already. I'm slandering him. Emery had lost the dressing room at Arsenal. I know that Emery moved on and won trophies, but there were times during his 18 months there that he would pick lineups and I'd look at it like, what the fuck is he doing? He frustrated me as much as Arteta did. Now, I do agree that if he had stayed here for 6 years, we would have won one of the cups. I do believe if he had 3 cracks at the Europa League, he would have probably won that one at least once. Because he had 1 crack at it with us and got to the final. That's a fair point, Ryan. But in the league, Emery frustrated the shit out of me, just like Arteta did. Went from one straight Panic. Where we at? Question: where did this positive and negative fan thing come from in the first place? When AFTV became enablers, when they tried to make excuses for fuckery, because it was never. If you had an opinion other than what the masses, and by the masses I mean most people on the AFTV, you were called negative. You're negative. It's negative. It's negative. And then obviously, if you're being called negative all the time, the natural pushback is, toxic positivity, quote unquote, positive. It's bad. But it really comes from the fan base being divided over the standards that weren't being upheld at the club, and just celebrating foolishness and mediocrity as if it's an accomplishment. No fan in our fan base should take the talking over the line. Show me that we've lost our class. We've lost a whole lot over the couple of years. Maybe I need to shout, Liverpool's are a non-factor. They're a factor today. They are a factor today. We need them to not lose at home. It's a low bar, yeah? Don't lose at home to a team that you haven't lost to at home in a while. That's the task at hand. I hear it. Emery is a way better manager than Arteta. No love. When any rivals take the talk, we now hopefully can have the chest. Man, them have the chest way before the trophy. It confuses me. Speak up now. And no lies being told about Cold Man says livid dreams. Man, apparently we're capping. People say we're all plastic, but some of those don't even know who Bob Wilson and Charlie George, David Dean, Nelson Vivas, Charlie Nicholas, Kenny, and George Graham. Yeah, man. Show them a picture. And be like, hey, who is this? You ain't even got to go back that far, man. That's some of our regular players. I'll say regular players. Put up a picture of David, of Rocky Roadcastle, and see if they can identify him. So gutted my Surge signed a 1-year extension. 1-year extension. Like Surge, he's not going to fall off a cliff now, is he? So if it's only 1 year, surely the dream is still alive. If he had signed a 4-year extension, I could hear it. But the Surge campaign is still a thing. Yeah, big up AJ. Love. Shit, man. Where am I at? Yeah. Top Gooners are the fans who forget us and say Arteta this, Arteta that. He's done this, he's done that. Best will get over the line 2, 3, or 4 times this season. Bang on. Have to win this, man. He can shake the whole monkey off his back. It's up to him. Because from this point, we're saying that 2 trophies is the minimum, right? You're in a final, and you're 9 points clear. Imagine that. Tony Claude was a blunder man in. He has relapses from time to time, mainly if Arsenal win a game. That he swings, boom, boom, just like that. Yeah, big up AJ, man. Enjoy. If not as Arsenal fans, seating waiting would be waiting for 6 years of madness and days. You say it 3 times. You say Tony Claude, and bang, there he is. He shows up right out. I think they'll survive this year. I don't want to see Nuno getting relegated as much as I would love to see Lawless cry. But I'm starting to realize a lot of people that I know are West Ham fans. secretly. But they're not, it's good to see them down there. And they don't have a projected win for a while, man. They got Newcastle next week. I think Newcastle will beat them. And they have a couple of tough run-ins. So they could fall a little further, you know. But I think the Champions League top 8 finish is keeping Frank afloat right now. Have you seen our next matches? Brentford away, potential loss. Wolves, easy. Spurs, easy. Chelsea at home. Don't know. We might be finished, lads. So I think we beat Brentford, Wesley. I think we will beat Brentford. And I'm saying this because the defense is finding his feet again, and he actually dropped the damn captain. He took him out of the firing line, and we're playing better, and the ball's moving faster. He did it. He made that correction. So I think we win Brentford. I think we win Wolves. I think we win Spurs. Chelsea, I don't know either. Could be a draw. Yeah, right. We drew at their gaff. You know, we beat him home and away at the Cubs. That might be a draw. You know, I don't think they'll beat us at the Emirates. We already know Cole Palmer will be out, with his Emirates flu. So the Chelsea one, I don't know. But that's why it's important that Liverpool do their job today, because with us potentially dropping points in the Chelsea game, if that's 9 today, then that could, just see it drop to 7. But yeah, instead of 4 or 5. Still in striking distance still. Big up to Gary. What you telling me? Good, yeah? Yeah, man, dude. He's getting way too much. It's premature. Premature celebration, if you ask me. Aguna says not working overnight, but next few weeks we shall see. Grid says if he puts the weakest captain back in, fans will boo. I don't think so. I don't think they will. I think most of the fans, the match going fans or the fans on that side, actually believes that Odegaard is injured. They actually believe it. I don't believe he's injured. Don't believe he's falling out with the manager. I just think he's being protected. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. He is. It's very, very smart. What a massive channel, man. What's he on, like 2 million subs now? When you click a live button and within 5 seconds, 37,000 people are in there. That's how you pay your bills. You got to do whatever you need to do to keep those 37,000 people coming back. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised to see Jesus, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka in the lineup in the same team. In the name of rotation, I think Jesus was in there for the name of rotation because for the match profile and how physical that game was going to be. Gyokeres would have been the obvious choice. I don't think Jesus had a good game yesterday, but it allowed Gyokeres to come on with fresh legs to play 30 minutes and get man of the match. Yeah, okay. So 30 minutes in the legs. You rotated back in against Brentford. He has fresh legs. Jesus only played 60. He can come on and finish out that game. I'm okay with that. Aguna says, I've done some shorts on Terry and AFTV. Needed to be done. Man, I'm going to check those out. Red Skull, you know what's funny? They have Sunderland away next. Sunderland away. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, Liverpool. Liverpool go to the Stadium of Light, Okay. Must win Liverpool. Get it done. So if Slat loses, it's a shame because he's not winning at Sunderland. Tough place to go, isn't it? Tough ground. It's mad. J-Luck say Pep put out a slightly strange lineup. Okay, lineup's out. Let's have a look. Let me see what they're talking about, J-Lux. Did Pep overthink it today? Semenyo, Holland, Marmouche, Radre, Alandor Radre behind the world, the best striker in the world. Nunes at right. Gehi Kusanov, Nori. What were you expecting, Lux? You were expecting Phil Walter Foden to be out there. Phil Foden on the bench, Turkey on the bench, Reinders. Oh, I think you were expecting Turkey to get a start, yeah? Um, Ruben Diaz still on the bench. Foden, Reinders, Turkey sounds like, a pretty good attacking trio to choose from. He can change out an entire midfield and there shouldn't be any drop off there. Yeah? Yeah, Pep? Um, it's with another comment in. But I think it's a gettable lineup. They can target Kuzmanov, Ekatike. I think you can get some change out of Kuzmanov today. You know what I mean? See what you're doing, bro. Big up to Jagans. Manazan, respect, Majay. Respect. Doc says, question for you in the chat. Do you reckon we would be where we are this season if Bertha weren't here? Seems to have been the catalyst and a coup of a hire. Nope. The answer is no. And here's why. When Odegaard went out, for his first shoulder injury, then the second shoulder injury, and then the knee injury versus West Ham. No one panicked. You know why no one panicked? Because Eze was here. No one panicked because Ethan was here, and Ethan did come on in those games against Forest and against Leeds, and played well, elevated. Big up, brother. Views. Don't know. I think in Capier and Mascara, those Bertha signings, with Saliba getting injured in training at Anfield, even though we lost the game, everyone realized that, hey, this Mascara kid, he got something about him. So no. And on, hey, Home Alone settings. If Bertha wasn't here, I think we'd be down there wrestling with Liverpool. A fourth. He comes from, hey, DG2. You seen Negative Dan or Realist Gooner? I gotta get out the habit of calling him Negative Dan. Realist Gooner in his fan cam on AFTV outside the stadium with Don Robbie was singing. He comes from seeing that, man. He is fully gassed. It's good to see Broski happy, but for someone, oh, he's there on a permanent. Okay, gotcha. For someone who always says, I'm keeping my feet on the ground, and I'm gonna have to get at brother Dan for this. For someone who always say I keep my feet on the ground, his feet was firmly off the ground yesterday, but it was good to see Broski, smiling for a little bit and feeling good about himself. I'm like, it's cool, man. Big up. Yeah, he was injury prone too, but Serge has a soft spot. Suge has a soft spot for Serge. Pause. Big up to BX Gunner. If Liverpool wins, pass me a glass of the Kool-Aid. Hey, hey, yeah, I'm still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Still waiting for a little bit. Because let me look at the City schedule. City after Liverpool, they got Fulham, Newcastle. They have a favorable run of fixtures coming up. That's why I look at the glass, BX Gunner. I look at it, but I won't be like, wait till the next round. You know what I mean? Hey, slander. We go to the legendary chat, man. You transferred Allen Hodge FPL, which he deserved to be. His form has been poor. You know what I mean? He's been poor. And I'm pretty sure that not a whole lot of people had Gyokeres yesterday. And a lot of those people who were pissed when they saw the lineup without Gyokeres. But then, at final whistle, they were vindicated because he got probably got 18, 19 points. Not bad. Honestly, I never hate watch, but I might watch the game today. I do give a shit, and I'm gonna watch it. And if say we handle our business in one of the 3 games where we drop points, whether it be Liverpool, Forest, or United, I would have grabbed me a glass of that Kool-Aid like BX Gunner. I'd be watching the game. Yeah. The match going fans suddenly turn into tough guys when someone starts booing. You see. Hearing Arsenal fans complain about booing has never been there. Brother, they couldn't play for these Knicks, Booing is a thing. Even though the arena is always going to be packed. And I see him at Forest losing his head right now, Aguna, because he's not having a good time. You know, Dallas win to go above Spurs, did they? Let me glance at the table because Spurs are what? I'm talking about they're 15th now. Yep, they are 15th. Tottenham, sloppy top Spurs, 15th. Yeah. And Leeds has Chelsea next, Brian. That's the problem, Brian. Shit, man. Could be rooting for Leeds, but if I'm rooting for Leeds, that means they beat you next week, and I don't want to wish that upon you, my friend. So they'll stay at 15th for a while, but stick closer to the relegation fight. But then again, Tottenham has Newcastle, so I don't expect them to surge upwards at all. Haaland and Marmish could be good fantasy picks. Yeah, I don't know. Virgil has his hands full today. Let's see how he deals with Erling, yeah? And let's see if Roger will have a shot from deep, you know. Just like Caicedo did, and turned Virgil into a meme in that, you know. Havertz lawyer. Big up views, man. Gone. My God. Looking at our clubs, hoping they have a downfall 6 years. I still, come on. Yeah, Bertha Masterclass, man. Masterclass. Big up to this guy here. Now, I said earlier, I don't know if it's going to be on his channel or Shane Guna's channel, but they do have uncomfortable conversations coming up. So big up to Broski, Rashid. The team is ready, and we say no more players. We said no more. Some players, yes, but overall easy. But the dog over there. Guna's a funny dude, Smash up the likes, people. Big up, man. Big up to my bro Rashid. Uh, Definitely Seahawks today. All my neighbors, man. My neighbors are good people. They're good people. The last time I was here, my first ones in 2013, Seattle won the Super Bowl. So the vibe, the fireworks was there. So later on, if they win, I'm gonna go pick up the long thing and go outside and fire some shots off. Because later on, even the cops, the police, they're all Seahawks fans. So later on, if the Seahawks win and they hear gunshots, they know that it's celebratory. They're celebrating. It's like New Year's Eve. Yeah. So can get away with it. A little bit of transfer news. Oh shit. Transfer news. Before I read that out, I need to start keeping up my soundboard before I come on here, But then we get into it. Jean Durant went to Saudi. Oh shit, this ain't even breaking news. That man's about to have a dig. Only to go to Fenerbahce on loan, now to cancel that loan and going on a new loan to Zenit in Petersburg. Really? So, I don't know. It's a money chase, isn't it? Man went to Saudi for the bag. But the thing is, like, to be in Saudi for the bag, you have to be there like for a certain period of time, innit? And Villa, I don't know. Villa's just doing shit ass backwards, Because Villa let Marlon go, recalled Bailey, and signed Abram. Why didn't they just keep Marlon? Is Marlon a better finisher than Tammy Abraham? Like, what? I don't even know what the hell. I don't know what's going on there. It's mad. Yeah, like New Year's Eve, Hendo. Hey, Hendo, do you still fly? Do you dabble in aviation still, Hendo? Well, you don't have to answer. Just being nosy. I remember the other day you said you used to take flight lessons in that. You got the 40 likes. Posh. Big up to you, absolute legends, man. Yeah, but there, John Durant. He has the quality to circle back to the Prem, and he was making noise. I know a lot of before Chelsea went out and got what was it that they got? The Spanish kid, Mark Guiu or whoever. I know John Durant was being talked about, but man ended up all over the place. Now he's become a pass around. They cashed in on him too. He bet on himself, and it looks like it's not working out at the minute. Yeah, Villa did well to cash in on him, 100%. Come on, Liverpool. It's almost game time, I have to get up out of here soon. That guy might be walking in money laundering. Yeah, you know what? Remember the other guy from Chelsea that went to China, the Chinese Super League, and was making bank many years ago. What the fuck is his name? Oscar. Was it Oscar? Left and went to the Chinese Super League in his prime. People were like, look at the money he was making. Yeah, man. Tailgate down in San Fran tonight is popping hard. On the East Coast, in the southern part of the country where they have good weather. Yeah, but you know, I don't like the Colts. I ain't gonna be out there tailgating with them. Don't think Holland has scored at Anfield for City yet. If so, be 1 or 2 goals the most. We handle Holland at home. Oh shit. Well, put the clamps on him today, monster. I'm here for it. I'm gunning for you, bro. I'm gunning for you, man. Like New Year's Eve in the Helmand province, more like in the Helmand province, this is machine gun fire. You know, tonight it'd be semi-automatic fire. Pop, pop, pop. But this right here is full-blown 600 rounds a minute. Villa did very well out that deal. They did. I don't know. Yeah, that's him. Chinese Super League. No longer flying. Now I'm more of a ground-based spectator. I did co-pilot. A few more qualified friends needed help. Okay, that's great shit, man. Single engine, yeah. General aviation, single. Have you ever had to reject a takeoff with a single engine plane? Like clear. Oh shit. I want us to sign Adama Traore. What the fuck? Really? So he can what? Oh, okay. I can't get over it. I was like, why? Yeah, Chelsea and Saudi just cleaning money. Yeah. Because remember when Chelsea went that massive transformation of all the Champions League players, man, like Conte and Koulibaly and Mendy in that massive overturn. All that man ended up in Saudi when Chelsea had PSR problems. That's mad. Yep, that guy. Man said Chuchurella, you know. Cucurella. Yeah, apparently they made up on Spanish media. They're like they called in or they had him on a Zoom call and they were just joking about it. What's on the pitch stays on the pitch. It's cool. But you know, essentially Adama has immortalized Cucurella. That clip, you know, at the end of the season, then you're gonna have like the viral clips. What was the most viral moment of the season? And it's gonna be either Arsenal doing this with the trophy, or then the funny ones of Virgil twerking or Cucurella being tossed. Just that's flung like a damn NFL football the way he threw him. Big up to the schools at the moment. They showed kids news around football so kids can come up with question of, hey, big up there. Because my school used to do that in the 90s. Sports was an actual thing. You know. Sports questions on tests in the at St. Catherine High in Jamaica. Yeah, man. I wanted to learn how to fly planes, but my missus like you look too much of a risk to get a license. You know, man, go for it, Suge. You know, it's actually safer to fly an airplane than to drive a car, statistically. I wish I had been a footballer, play our prime, and fuck off the Saudi for generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. I agree. Kuna Matata. BBK isn't it telling that about Arteta, A10 Warhogs that can't fly a cigarette and hope. I hear it. It's a good one, boy. 10. Man City fans meltdown incoming if they sever another in defeat tonight. I think they lose. I do think they lose tonight. Not gonna lie. Matter of fact, the A10 Warhog ever reject a takeoff, maybe the pilots cigarette isn't lit, you know. Oh man. Hey, add it to the bucket list. So yeah, go for it, man. Get out there and spread your wings. Spread your wings. And big up to Mateo, man. I'm gonna catch you later. I'm gonna eat some lean burgers. Like, hey, go ahead, man. Get in. It's early here, so it's breakfast time for me. And it's what 5 minutes from kickoff. And you know I can't be caught on. Not a watch along, but I don't. Gonna love you and leave you, people. You know how I do. You know it's love. If if women can become pilots, he too can go to jail. We're going to jail. Binks, get him. Get him, Binks. Mateo on some fuckery. F-16 has a gun, an A-10. Oh, okay. That's a joke, guy. We got you, man. Yeah, man. Big up the handle, man. Appreciate your aviation expertise. Offered the job in Dubai, generational wealth, but the amount of restrictions were crazy. By the restriction, you're talking about no alcohol. Huh? Suge can't go drink. Cool, man. It's love, Suge. Big up to every single one of you legends, man. Yeah, don't mind the mutant that popped in earlier. It's cool. That means the algorithm is doing its thing. Yeah? And it's love. And it's none of it means anything without you lot hitting the like button. Engagements, we will find them and we will continue to spread the message of accountability all across the fan base and the message of keep your damn feet on the ground. We haven't won anything yet. Let's act like we've been here before, people. Come on, let's do it. Yes, people. Love. We're going to love you and leave you. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
I'm on that good cushion alcohol. Take this here with all the ice on in the boat. She fill my mind up with ideas. I'm the highest in the room. Jumpin', them boys up to something. They just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country.
I'm getting so cold. I ain't wait this hard since I was 18.
We them boys. We them boys.
Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty. Lamborghini Mercy. Lamborghini Mercy. Jesus, the notorious just. Please us with your lyrical thesis.